Quick one for you today, but a really, really nice one, really important one, tip of the day. To do with that specific posture. So this principle applies to, I'm sure it will apply to lots of other things you're doing that use the legs in this way, but it's very specific to this specific posture in Yang Lu Chan's form. And I think I said the word specific a few too many times then, so forgive me for that. When you go down to this posture, it's a very strenuous, difficult squat. It's an extreme movement. So if you're not used to it, of course, you've got to take it easy and take it in stages, which I'll explain on my instructional videos. But there's one little tip which has never been specifically, there I go again, specifically mentioned with this posture, and it's to do with the structure of how you actually hold that standing leg, the rear leg, when you're squatting down on it. So have a look at, we'll go through there's two things I want to talk to you about. First of all, as you start sinking down here, right, notice the knee is obviously well further past the rear toe, okay? So there's a chance you can put excessive pressure here, pushing the power out of the kneecap. That's where we don't want the power. We want the power to travel down the leg. So if you go down like that, now I'm feeling excessive pressure on the knee. Now I'm not feeling excessive pressure on the knee. All I'm doing differently is simply that. I'm pushing my legs apart. I'm pushing from the rear leg, like as if I'm pushing myself forward rather than just thinking sit straight down. Although I am sitting straight down, there is a little forward intention from that rear leg, and that little forward intention will stop any excessive pressure coming out of the kneecap, and it will transmit the body weight of myself down and around the knee and through the ball of the foot into the ground. So that's the main tip that I'm going to give you today. So as you sink down, push the legs, separate the legs effectively. The second one is just the rear foot. So if you have a look at my right foot here, I hope it's still in frame there. Watch how my right foot twists on the ground as I go down. You'll notice how I'm keeping my big toe planted into the ground. Another thing that will put excessive pressure on the side of your knee, in this case, is doing it like this. See how the big toe's rolling upward? This is putting pressure on the side of my knee now. And if you do that over and over again, you're gonna damage your knees. So see that? Your ankle, in other words, should be more or less straight, like that. It shouldn't be tilted over on the side. There are some other versions of this posture where the foot will tilt, but those versions are done very differently in the structure, in that your weight is completely forward. So when you're in this sitting like a duck posture and the weight is placed on that back leg, that's when you have to really be cautious and make sure that when you go down, there is no motion of that. See, the big toe is lifting up. So plant your big toe, push the big toe down into the ground, and squat straight down so that your bum then sits directly on top of your heel and you're sat like that, strong in that posture. Okay, that's the tip of the day. Have a try of that if you practice this form.